Hey everybody, Luke here. Just thought it would be a good opportunity as we're starting to get our winter gear in for this season to give you guys a bit of an overview on a new product from FXR that we think is pretty nice. It's a big upgrade to what they've had in the past, and that upgrade is the FXR Pilot Goggle. Now, we've run different brands of goggles, many brands of goggles over the years, and we've had mixed results. And a goggle is a very personal thing. What one person likes and what fits for one person may not work for another. This is a currently untested goggle, but certainly from FXR, this is the most advanced and nicest looking goggle we've seen to date. So I thought I'd give you a little unboxing first, show you what's included, show you how they look, and then maybe at the end we'll throw one on a set, or throw a set of them on a Boost Revo helmet so you can see how they fit as well. So let's get started. We'll first start talking about a little bit of the features. So I'll just go over this list, I guess, of the features. You can pause if you want to read it on your own, but basically these goggles come with obviously an impact resistant dual pane lens. They call it pre-curved and it's polycarbonate. Pretty much all goggle lenses are for the most part pre-curved these days. It's obviously anti-fog with an anti-scratch coating. My experience with goggles just in general is that anti-scratch coatings are a bit of a, I don't know, they don't work. Goggles scratch. It's just the way it is. All FXR goggles come with removable nose pieces, which is nice depending on your face mask setup. The big feature of these ones, I think, is the Outrigger. The Outrigger is something that allows the goggle to be pushed closer and tighter against your face when you're wearing it with a helmet. For me, with a big head, this is a big deal. And I think that this Outrigger on these goggles it's aggressive, it's huge, it sticks out really far. I think it's going to work really, really well and keep those goggles pressed tight against your face. Things like an oversized viewing area, to me, that's pretty subjective. It depends on when you throw your face into the goggle. Do you see more or don't you? 3-density, windproof, contoured, load-spreading face foam. That is a lot of ways to just talk about face foam. Adjustable elastic strap. We've always found these straps to fit relatively well and tight against a helmet. The silicone strip certainly does help. And then a nice thing about these goggles that certainly helps to justify their price is that they come with a spare clear lens included in the box. So you get multiple options in that respect. So now I think we'll take a few seconds and we'll open the box and show you what's inside. An anecdotal side note is that in terms of goggle packaging, this has got to be among the very best that I've ever seen. It's pretty high end and gives you a real feeling of quality before you even open the box. So let's get going on this. All right. Everything comes out on this little tray, which is kind of slick. And that's what you get inside. Now behind the goggle right here is your goggle bag, obviously. And, in terms of having anti-scratch coatings on goggles, the reality is if you want to keep your goggle lenses from getting scratched, you should use the bag they came with and not just your glove or your t-shirt. Luckily, FXR does sell replacement lenses, so if you do scratch up your lenses and you're not using this bag the way you should, you can get new lenses. The other thing about these bags that I like, in this case, is especially true, they're big, so the goggle fits in there really well. If you're going to throw a spare pair of goggles in your backpack, which if you're riding in the mountains, you're likely going to do, it's nice to be able to protect them in your backpack, and a bag that works big enough or is big enough and is going to protect them properly is a nice thing to get. A lot of goggle bags are pretty small. Here's the spare lens you get in the package. Obviously just a basic clear lens, nothing special about that one, but a nice value to have it included. Now this is a white model of the goggle with a blue kind of, I'm going to call it like a persimmon lens, I don't know. A little bit of a mirror tint. I like this color goggle. It gives you a bit of a yellow look when you're looking through them, and I've always liked yellow tints on goggles. I find that to be, it helps with the contours in the snow, especially when there's flat light. So we'll just pull these little clips off here, and that allows the goggle to come right off the base. We'll just get rid of the base here. And there you go, there's your FXR Pilot Goggle. You can see here the outriggers are massive. They're sturdy, which is nice. I really like things like the little chrome logo on there. That looks pretty cool. You got your strap. FXR does a nice job designing classy looking straps, and they always go so well with their helmets as well. These little adjusters here are pretty sweet. Kind of nice looking, different than just your average black adjuster. On this side you can see you got face foam. Super fancy face foam. This is one area of goggles that I have always had a problem with right here. Right in the nose, the arch of the nose, I find it always very tight because I wear a no-fog mask. Time will tell with this one. I oftentimes have to trim them out with a pair of scissors to leave extra room, so we'll see if I have to do it in this one. Obviously inside you've got your protective film. Let's just pull off here. And up to the lens you can see it's got a tint, a little bit of a yellow tinge to it, but generally speaking just a tint. The kind of chrome coating on the front of the goggle actually reflects the sun's rays, believe it or not. It's not just for cool looks and is easier on your eyes. So yeah, they're definitely a really nice looking pair of goggles. I'm excited to try and use them. I'm excited to try them out. I got a couple pairs here, a couple different colors that we're going to test out. Obviously the black pair in the back there you can see comes with more of a mirror chrome dark tint. The white pair comes with the blue that's much lighter. The one thing I have noticed after trying out a set on my face, just putting it up to my face, is that as a guy with a massive head, the actual opening for your eyes is a little on the small side. I wear a 4 extra large helmet, and I'm sure these will fit inside the helmet just fine. But there's a solid chance they're going to be pretty tight against my face, and I don't know, time will tell. I think that they're probably one of the nicest looking pairs of goggles out there right now, that's for sure. That's the white pair, and here's a black pair with sort of the chrome mirror, but again the same design. All right, so finally I said I'd give you a look at how these goggles fit inside the Boost Revo helmet, which is FXR's newest helmet, and they fit great. You can really get a feel here when you look at them, sort of how those outriggers work. You know, they spread the strap wide enough that instead of the strap being curved around the edge of the helmet and therefore pulling the edge of the goggles outwards, it allows you to the strap to pull the goggle directly into your face, and I think that's a really great feature. All snow goggles should have outriggers, and most of them do these days, but this one certainly is a nice execution of an outrigger. They really fit well inside the Boost. Another thing I noticed actually as I was installing them on the Boost is the strap is actually really long. Something I've noticed, especially with having a really big head, is that oftentimes I've got to run the strap all the way out, extended to its max. In this case, to fit it on this helmet, the strap is still done up to a normal, actually still has some slack in it, which is kind of cool. You can see here there's a little bit extra slack there, so that's different for me. So there you go. That's a look at FXR's new Pilot Goggle. I think that this is a great step in the right direction for FXR and their goggle lineup. I'm looking forward to using this goggle this winter and putting it through its paces on the trail, on the mountain, riding snow bikes. We're going to use it for everything and really get a feel for how it performs. The features list is certainly impressive, and certainly it checks all the boxes for a goggle that I think is going to work well. We will see. But there you go. FXR Pilot Goggle.